Hello, bookworms. Today's book is a Newbery Honor called Claudette Colvin, Twice Toward Justice. It was written by Philip Hoose, published January 20th, 2009. The book that it lost to in Newbery contention is When You Reach Me. This book also won other book awards, including the National Book Award, the Excellence in Young Adult Nonfiction Finalist Award, and the Robert Seibert Honor Book. Those are informational books. So this is mostly going to be a summary, and then I'll give my thoughts at the end. Chapter 1 is about the social stratification in the South and how the Jim Crow system was expressed. Chapters 2 and 3 are about Claudette's childhood and first years of high school. She was curious and a quick learner. These chapters are split between her first-hand accounts and Hoose filling in textbook information. It makes me wonder why he gets credit as the author and she is not even listed as a co-author. At the end of Chapter 3, they mention Brown versus Board of Ed, a SCOTUS decision from May 1954. Chapter 4 begins on March 2nd, 1955, Colvin's famous day when she consciously refused to give up her seat. On page 32, there is a diagram of the bus seating and many explanations of who can sit where. It honestly seems very confusing and arbitrary in many ways. She is introduced to Rosa Parks, the secretary of the local NAACP, who has similar beliefs. Claudette is charged with 3 alleged crimes: violating segregation laws, disturbing the peace, and assaulting a police officer. Many of her classmates were on the same bus and spoke especially to the 3rd charge. The judge quickly ruled guilty in all 3 charges. Chapter 6. There is talk of a wide-scale bus boycott, but some people were hesitant, believing she was too young to be the trigger point for this movement. Other factors are the jobs of her parents, the church they attend, concern that she might be too emotional or too feisty. Ultimately, the bus boycott idea moves away from Claudette. On appeal, the segregation charge was dropped, the assaulting an officer charge upheld. There was nothing to appeal to a higher court, they claimed. Another young girl, Mary Louise Smith, refused to give up her seat. Her father paid the fine before it could proceed in the legal system. Rosa Parks is famously arrested in December 55 for a seat refusal, and this time the community is prepared to rally behind her, being that she is older and well-respected. Claudette is further pushed to the side when it's discovered she is pregnant. The Montgomery bus boycott goes into effect with the bus company losing over $3,000 each day. The Montgomery Improvement Association put together a private carpool network to help workers that lived too far to walk. Claudette's lawyer filed a federal court case alleging that Brown versus Board of Ed integrated public schools, then all public facilities should likewise be integrated. The lawyer asked Claudette to testify along with 4 other women. The 3 judges deliberated all of 10 minutes, then ruled 2-1 in favor of the plaintiffs. The SCOTUS likewise upheld the ruling. Eventually, Claudette moved north for work and was largely forgotten by history. The book ends with an epilogue, then a Q&A between Colvin and the author. The end. As of this recording, August 2024, she is still alive, born in 1939. I did like this book. I can see why kids might not like it. It is very much a brief 120-page textbook. There are pictures or newspaper clippings on almost every page. The information and story is well organized and easy to follow. It works both as a summary of the Montgomery bus boycott and as a prequel or parallel story to Rosa. It also feels like something adults want kids to read, not necessarily something children would pick for themselves. I thought this would work better as a class reading or the teacher reading to the kids to settle them after recess. There's nothing inappropriate in the text, although obviously history can be messy and uncomfortable at times. I think the target audience would be bored by the textbook format. It is a good book, and it is an important story. However, I don't know that I would call this a kid's story. I encourage you to read it. People who are interested in history, American history, social history, I encourage to read this. But I can also completely understand why kids would either shy away from or quit this. I do think the winner book was rightly awarded over this one, but I do still recommend that you read it. So this was a Claudette Colvin, Twice Toward Justice, the acclaimed true story of the girl who chased history. Thanks for watching. Bye.